Hello, my beautiful Taurus placements. I'm Helena with Helena's Tarot. We're going to jump into these messages. We're going to see what February 2026 has in store for you. You can listen for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Really, any placement, honestly. Sometimes Jupiter and North Node can be very significant as well for messages. Yeah, we're going to see. I'm just going to pull some cards, and as we go along, I'll see what general messages we have for February, maybe some love messages, and as well as career and finance. If any of those pop up, like I said, I like to just naturally see what the cards have in store first. All right, we're gonna jump right into this. What does February have in store for my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What can my Taurus placements expect in the month of February? My Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Taurus expect in the month of February? Oh, nice. Definitely some kind of victory here. This could be a victory in regards to anything, really. It could be a relationship. It could be a goal or milestone you've been wanting to reach. In the card, he's on stage in front of a bunch of people. I don't know if maybe some of you guys are performers or musicians, or I don't know if I don't know if your role like involves literally being like in front of a bunch of people. Like I don't know if you have a certain career that involves an audience or not. Doesn't have to be, but either way, I'm seeing victory and success so far in the month of February. We're gonna, as we get deeper into the reading, we could see what it could be about. Let's see, what else for Taurus in the month of February 2026? What else can my Taurus placements expect in February 2026? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, possible victory and success after you felt very neglected in a certain area of your life, or if you felt very unfulfilled in one aspect of your life. I think in the month of February you're going to be coming out of that, and you're going to be finding a lot more fulfillment. Now I still don't know what this, I don't know if this is involving a person or not. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible that if you've had a very unfulfilling relationship in the recent past, I think that you're going to be getting over that energy and possibly meeting somebody new that maybe makes you feel a little bit more victorious. But I haven't pulled enough cards to really know if this is going to be relationship or not. It could be anything. Any kind of unhappiness or unfulfillment that you've been feeling in the recent past. Definitely expect to come out of that in the month of February. Gonna be feeling a lot more victorious from what I see so far. What else do we have for my Taurus placements for the month of February? What else can my Taurus placements expect in the month of February? Oop, this one popped out. Watch out for, whether this is you or somebody else, take it as it resonates. Watch out for somebody who's not taking accountability and possibly blaming their unhappiness and unfulfillment on others. There's somebody here that they refuse to see their own shadow. They refuse to take any kind of accountability, kind of a victim mentality. Somebody, you may be involved with somebody, or you were involved with somebody in the recent past, could have had a huge victim mentality. Like, you know, it was always doom and gloom with this person. Even if they created these situations for themselves, I'm sensing a person who they put themselves in certain environments and situations, and then they complain about it. Then they whine and cry about it. They're like, oh, woe is me in my life, and it's always me in my life, or why do things always have to be this way with me, da 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 da. And it may be somebody where you've noticed over a period of time where their actions is like, they kind of put themselves in these situations. Maybe not all the time, but I feel like the majority of the time, this is somebody who puts themselves in bad situations, refuses to see things for how they truly are, and they don't really take accountability for anything. It's easier for them to blame their problems on other people. So watch out for somebody like that in the month of February, or you may have already dealt with this person. Well, let's see. Why the Judgment in reverse? Can you tell me more about this person Taurus may be dealing with in the month of February? Why the Judgment in the reverse? Yeah, somebody here definitely had a huge reality check. Sorry, let me fix my camera. That way you can see these beautiful cards. Yeah, so let me just fix the resolution. There we go. All right, yeah, so somebody here is definitely somebody had a huge reality check, and I feel like they're not handling it well, whether you gave this reality check to another individual, or maybe in the month of February you will be giving somebody a reality check about something. Like I said, it could be their victim mentality, their lack of accountability, overall their unevolved energy that this person may have. I feel like you're going to be giving them a reality check, or somebody else already did, and clearly they did not take that very well. And that revolved, that put them in turn, it put them in a situation where they felt like they could blame their problems and issues on everybody else. Like I said, somebody who is not really willing to evolve at this moment, somebody who, I don't know, like I said, it's going to be different for all of you, but I'm picking up on somebody who constantly makes the same mistakes over and over again, constantly, somebody who isn't learning from their mistakes, and it's easier for them to blame others for why they can't learn from their mistakes. Instead, it's like I said, it's like a huge victim mentality. What else can Taurus expect in the month of February? What else can Taurus expect in the month of February? What else can Taurus expect in the month of February, Spirit? Please and thank you. Oh, wow. Aries got this same card in their reading. You could be dealing with an Aries, or you could possibly have Aries somewhere in your natal chart. Somebody's avoiding, whether this is, like I said, this could be you or maybe the person that I was just channeling. Take it as it resonates, but somebody here is avoiding a huge transformation in their life. Somebody is avoiding to let something go. Somebody here is not letting a situation go or a person go. Something from the past that clearly the expiration date has been there for a very long time, and somebody here is like not wanting to let go of that. Somebody here is clinging on to the past. They're clinging on to either people, situations, or bad habits, possibly their own like wrongdoing. They're clinging on to it, refusing some kind of, once again, accountability and transformation. What else for Taurus in the month of February? What else for Taurus in the month of February, please? What else for Taurus? Yeah, I definitely feel like there's a significant relationship in your life that is coming to an end, or it already came to an end in the month of January, possibly. I'm picking up on an energy, like I said, somebody here refused to take accountability in the past. Somebody was very under-evolved, immature, and somebody who maybe just didn't know how to handle their situation, somebody very irresponsible. And it seems like a significant relationship may have had a lot of communication issues. And I'm sensing that in the month of February, either you're just going to completely let this person go, or maybe there's a small chance that you guys can come together, and you guys could finally be coming together with this person, or a particular person in your energy. You could finally be coming together, and reaching some kind of conclusion or have some kind of, what's the word, compromise. Maybe there may be like a compromise being made, not that you want this person back, not that you want to be involved with this person, but you could definitely be, sorry about that, Taurus. My cat is like, I, I'm not going to ramble on about anything, but my cat is just being goofy right now. I'm sorry about that. You could be coming out of a distance with somebody, whether that be physically or emotionally. Like I said, I don't know if you would really want to take this person back, especially considering their energy that they're giving me. You may decide to officially cut ties with this person, or you may decide to, if somebody comes towards you, then you may decide to be civil with them, but I don't think you actually like want them back in your life. You may not be super like aggressive or dramatic about it, but I feel like if somebody does end up coming towards you, especially if there was a period of time where you and this individual had distance between you guys and they just pop back up out of nowhere, I don't think you're going to want much to do with them. You're either going to be at least maybe civil with the person, but still make it clear that you have no desire for any kind of relationship with them, or you might just completely block them and cut them off. It's going to be different for all of you. um, what else for my Taurus placements in the month of February? What else for my Taurus placements in the month of February? What else for my Taurus placements, please and thank you? Six of Pentacles. Definitely rebuilding something here. Um, if you had any kind of financial loss in the recent past or any kind of hinder to your finances, whether, I don't know, maybe you lost some clients, you may have lost hours at your job, you could possibly be seeking a second job as well, but any kind of obstacles that you've been facing, I think, here's the thing. All right, so yes, there can definitely be a revise of finances in the month of February. However, you need to accept somebody's help. I feel like you definitely have a chance to revive your finances and get back on solid ground. However, it's going to require you to either reach out to somebody, or if somebody assists you any kind of help, I feel like you're going to need that help. You're going to need somebody's assistance here in the month of February. If you want your money to get back up, I feel like it's going to require you to accept help from another individual, or you need to reach out and admit to somebody in your work group, or your work field, or your community. You may have to reach out to certain people and just let them know that you need some help. I know it's not always easy asking people for help. I hate asking people for help. However, sometimes that is what we have to do. Asking for help is not always a weak point. I know it feels like it at times because I've been there, but it's not weak to ask for help. So if you feel like you needed some extra assistance with some kind of financial obligation that you have at the moment or during the month of February, um, don't be hesitant to reach out and ask your people for help. All right, what else for February for Taurus? What else can Taurus expect in the month of February? Spirit, please and thank you. Yeah, all right. I feel like somebody here is going to be stubborn. Somebody here is in desperate need to revive their finances or just get their money up. Like I said, it could be as simple as like needing a second job or trying to expand your source of income. But somebody here is not going to want to ask for that. Somebody here has way too much pride and ego. Somebody's way too arrogant to even ask anybody for help, even though they desperately need it. So in the month of February, I would definitely look out for, once again, arrogance, pride, ego. If you want to get your money up, Taurus, you're going to have to set all that ego stuff aside, and you're going to have to ask somebody for help. like I said, it's going to be different for all of you because everybody's on a different timeline. But somebody, a very particular person that I'm reaching out to right now, somebody's going to need to ask for some kind of assistance or help. Shit, even maybe even just advice at the very least. Like, but there's going to be some kind of need to be cooperative with another person if you want to get your money up in February. Don't be stubborn. Don't be too egotistical because, like I said, I know it's hard. I hate asking people for help at times, but at the end of the day, that's just sometimes that's how we survive. That's just like how we have to go about things. So, all right, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. All right. Let me scoot this over so you can see the cards. We have the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So aside from some stubborn and rigid traits that you may be experiencing, or some stubborn and rigid ways of doing things in the month of February, if you can really get out of that energy, I know you guys are a fixed sign, so sometimes you guys can be maybe a little bit too stubborn. um, but if you're able to set that pride and ego aside and like seek some kind of financial assistance, there's a possible collaboration you could find yourselves in. The Three of Pentacles. Somebody could really help you out here, and you can find yourselves very financially successful in the month of February. I think you may be. Hmm, I think you're going to end up having a meeting. You're going to have some kind of connection in the month of February where this person, whoever they are, I think they may already be very successful. They may have already achieved a lot in their field, or they may be in the same spot that you're at. I don't know what spot that is, but somebody here, whether this is you or another person, they're going to be working really hard in the month of February. You may be coming across somebody in the month of February who's been working really hard, and because of their current success and abundance, they may be able to help you out with that, or you are going to be the one that's working harder than ever, collaborating with people, letting people help you, being cooperative with others. And in turn, that's going to lead you a lot of success. Like I said, your money's going to go up. Overall, your sense of work is going to feel more like fulfilling. And I see you putting a lot of attention to detail in your work in the month of February as well, Taurus. Um, as you can see in this card, he's like he's making a sculpture. He's chipping away a sculpture. He's in the process of like a huge art project. Well, what I consider this will be like a huge art project that is going to take a lot of time and effort. However, once this is done, it's going to be so beautiful because it's going to be like I don't know, a marble statue from what I see. So I don't know. Some of you guys may be into some kind of physical, what's the word? Some of you guys may like physically have a job that physically requires you to do stuff like this. I don't know if some of you guys are artists or um I'm probably going to butcher this, but sculpturist or I think it's architect. I think I'm looking for the word architect. Some of you guys may be an architect, but that could be just very specific for like, I don't know, maybe like one or two of you out there. All right, Taurus. Fuck. Almost broke my camera. All right, I'm going to read you the zodiac signs that we have here. Zodiac signs that you could be dealing with in the month of February. I have heavy Scorpio energy. I have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Well, I already said Scorpio. And heavy earth energy, so either another Taurus or a Virgo and Capricorn placements can be very significant for you at this time as well. Once again, you could either have all these placements in your own natal chart, or the person that you've been dealing with or will be meeting, possibly multiple people in the month of February. They could be either have heavy earth in their birth chart or heavy water, especially the sign of Scorpio. That's very significant in this reading. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you for the month of February. If any of these messages resonated with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if anything stood out to you in this reading. It would definitely help my channel grow a lot. So I will see you in your next reading, Taurus. Bye-bye.